He is a deep capitalist who realized that he could make a profit off of selling black pain to white people. And the shift and the tides have switched. It's not cool to be anti-black to that degree. He's trying to switch up, and he thinks that if he's going to put some flowers in his head and call himself a flower child, all of them come out as queer or bisexual, all that stuff is going to erase his past. No amount of petunias on your head can change that disgusting, vile past that you had, and we will not forget it. And of course your fans are making fun of D'Angelo. You've created a template for them to make fun of black people. So this is the bed that you've laid in. And every single time people talk about him, like he's some incredible, intelligent person and how he's such a great artist, my mind is just so baffled, because I'm like, you mean the person who talked about essaying pregnant women? That's who y'all feel like is the deepest mind of our times?
Sometimes it don't make no sense. Does it really have to? There is nothing I can say.
Hi, welcome to Mayowa's World. Hi, y'all. Welcome to Mayowa's World. My name is Mayowa, and on my platform, I talk about colorism, featureism, texturism, and anti-blackness. Today, we're going to be talking about Tyler, the Creator, and how I feel like his music made space for the modern incels. I also want to talk about how Tyler, the Creator's music has actively harmed black women, and how I hold him in the same esteem as I hold someone like a Childish Gambino. Black men who built their career off of really othering black women, and then when the second awakening of being black became cool, they tried to opt in. So a couple days ago, D'Angelo passed, which is really sad for anybody who enjoyed his music. My favorite songs by D'Angelo is Really Love and obviously Brown Sugar and a lot of other things. And Tyler, the Creator, made a post saying that he was sad and distraught about D'Angelo's passing, in which his fans flooded his comments, making fun of D'Angelo, saying that D'Angelo wasn't attractive, saying they didn't know who he was. And that's simply because majority of Tyler, the Creator's fans are white. I think Tyler, the Creator, even had to turn the comments off under the post, but it was really bad at a certain point. And people were saying that it sucks that Tyler's fan base is really anti-black and they don't really know how it got there. But I know exactly how it got there, because I might be Tyler, the Creator's biggest hater, because his music I saw created so much irreversible damage to black young teenagers, specifically black young teenage girls and the queer community, which is very ironic that he came out later. We're going to get into all of that with the deep dive of Tyler, the Creator. Tyler, the Creator is from California. He is of African American and Nigerian ancestry. He has mentioned in his music that he didn't grow up with his black father around. And he's also attributed the Nigerian side to why he doesn't like his face. So we can kind of see that Tyler, the Creator, is somebody who has dealt with a lot of anti-blackness and comes off like the kind of person who didn't find himself attractive and was determined to make black people suffer, specifically black women suffer, at the hands of his lack of finding himself attractive. Tyler, the Creator had a group called oddfuture, and I remember the first song that I heard by Tyler, the Creator, which was a song called She. And the lyrics of this song is very atrocious. So I'm going to give content warnings when I show some of the lyrics of his music, because it is very scary. And that is just the theme of his art in general, is that he really got off in the beginning of the shock factor of it all. And in one of his songs, he literally talks about SAing pregnant women, stalking them, essentially harming women. And also, you know who needs to get a whacking for that as well? Frank Ocean, because he was the one singing in a melody the song over and over. But it is Tyler, the Creator's song, so like that's who we're focusing on for today. And the motives for She was literally about stalking and unaliving women, right? That's why it's called She. And in the music video, these were the girls who were in the music video. And it wasn't just this song. He has other songs in which he said very harmful things, and I'll put it up here. So with a lot of things that Tyler was saying, I can't say it because it's really atrocious. So I'm going to try and bleep some of the things out. R. Kelly did something inappropriate to a child and got away with it. That's the most swagged out stuff I have ever heard in my whole life. And then in this one lyric, he says, I did something inappropriate to a pregnant person, and I told my friends I had a 3-way phone call. You gotta effing wish I'm a genie. It'll get done. This one says, I do inappropriate things with no permission, and I tend to hate stuff. I brag about the actions in a rhyming pattern matter. Chris Brown is that guy. I can't believe how swag he is. He hurt her in her mouth. And then this one says, ha ha ha, some black chicks work here. Affirmative N-word. And when I read these comments, it's deeply troubling for me, especially when I think about how much black women have had to go through publicly. I can't believe that young girls, myself included when this came out, read stuff like this and had to just bite our tongue and accept that that is who he is. Not only accept it, but see him being championed as a incredible artist when the things that he says that he wants to do to women and the way that he makes fun of black women is incredibly vile. You can't tell me there's any difference between how he is making fun of black women and how someone who is a Proud Boy would also make fun of black women. If you close your eyes, it literally sounds the same either way. Tyler the Creator also has a song called French where one of the lyrics says, got all the black mad because my main vanilla. So very early on, if you were watching Tyler the Creator, you could see that he was very much so not wanting black women to like his music. If you are a black woman who is a Tyler the Creator fan, I don't really know what you're built out of, but you must be built out of bricks, because he has made it very, very clear that black women is really what he doesn't like, and he doesn't want them to come close to them. He's mentioned about how his preferences has been girls who have freckles. And in every single music video that I've ever seen him in, he has literally only used mixed race women as the love interest. The only time I had ever seen him use a dark skinned woman was when he used Bria Miles in the music video. And Bria Miles is a very, very gorgeous dark skinned woman. And her face is just absolutely stunning. But instead of focusing on her face, he decided to focus on her butt and jump on her butt like it was a trampoline, adding to the fact that you see dark-skinned women's bodies as literally a playground for yourself. So, I don't know, in 10 years, if things come out about him, would I be shocked? Absolutely not, because he seems really, really, really creepy. So I think that this to me is incel language, right? The idea of forcing yourself onto women, the idea of seeing pregnant women as something that you can take and harm. You don't see women's bodies as anything worth keeping around. Not to mention that Tyler the Creator is also the same person who used to use the F word a lot and was actively saying very homophobic things at that time. And I literally remember when Frank Ocean came out as gay and Frank Ocean got attacked a lot. I didn't see, and I just think it's interesting that Tyler the Creator was watching Frank lose opportunities for being gay and was just like, I'm not going to come out. I'm going to keep making my money, talking about hurting women and continuing on this hierarchy of success. I think, to be honest, I feel like the entire Odd Future group was very colorist. And I would actually throw Sid into that as well, because I actually really like Sid's music, but I know that in her music videos, she's also somebody who only was using racially ambiguous women as love interests. So we can kind of see that Odd Future and Tyler the Creator are people who don't like women, but specifically there's a certain kind of hatred for black women.
So you don't date black girls?
Black girls are cool. They're cool.
Black girls don't like you?
I like mixed chicks.
Do black girls like you?
I like black and white chicks together. They're slowly starting to think I'm cool. At first they thought I was weird.
You are a little weird.
Okay, see, exactly. That's that mind state
that
y'all have.
And I think it's so ironic that you can create music that's so harmful and then later turn around and be like, well, I don't understand why my black fans don't like me. It's like, babe, you literally had a decade making fun of women. And when I say making fun, I mean saying very harmful things that you want to do to women. And I feel like you know what annoyed me? I feel like it annoyed me that people only realized that Tyler the Creator was messed up when they found out about his lyrics towards Taylor Swift. And this is why I'm using this video to talk about and focus on the harm towards black women. For you to say that all the black is mad because my main is vanilla, that is literally such a rude thing to say towards black women. And it's so funny because black women are always the first people who people choose to harm, and then later down the line it will be white women. But it's you guys want to gloss over the black women part and expect us to be forgiving towards him and say that, oh, he's grown a lot. And I just think it's really ironic because we are the same people who don't like Doja Cat for being in rooms with Yahtzees and in chat rooms laughing with Yahtzees and incels and things like that. People are still angry about Doja Cat for doing that, rightfully so. But y'all can talk about how Tyler the Creator has changed and how his rebrand has happened and how he had ADHD and that's why he was saying stuff like that. You guys are so used to infantilizing men that you cannot fathom the fact that he was harmful, and he was not y'all make him seem like he was young. He was he was so young, he was in his 20s. He was 20, 21, 22. And the way that people expect black women to be forgiving when there's been no actions to understand what forgiveness even looks like. I haven't heard Tyler even address these tweets. And a lot of these tweets are still up. Like the R. Kelly tweet is still up on his Twitter. So what does forgiveness look like for someone who hasn't addressed it, hasn't removed it, and doesn't find it important to talk about it with the people who he offended? That just shows you how unimportant Black women are treated in society, that these things could be said and it's just not important to mention. It doesn't affect people. Like people still like Tyler, even though he said these very scary things. Like we can all have critique about Diddy and like be like, oh, I can't believe how Diddy got there. Look at the works of Tyler. Like this is scary. And so no, I mean, I don't believe in forgiveness when it comes to things like this, because a lot of times people aren't really sorry. And the fact that it's been a decade and he hasn't addressed it, to me shows someone who is not sorry. Like you guys just want us to forgive so you can enjoy his music until it comes to you. People enjoy Tyler the Creator until he offends the majority group, a group that y'all see worthy of protecting. That's when he goes too far. Like when he made fun of Taylor Swift, that's when he went too far. Not when he said any of these other things. He was grown doing that. He was also grown on the Larry King show where he was talking about how the racism is so stupid and like anybody should be able to say the N-word. And it's, you know, just because someone is lighter than him and says the N-word, like who is he to judge? And like, you know, the N-word doesn't mean anything to our younger generation. Like you can just tell deeply in his heart, like his brain is so scrambled with racial disgust that there's been videos of white boys saying the N-word in front of him and he's laughing. He literally was selling merch that was blackface. He was doing all these things and people were like, he's creative. He's doing something. He's one of our best musicians. Why? And then you guys have white boys wearing these blackface merch. He is a deep capitalist who realized that he could make a profit off of selling black pain to white people. And now that his prefrontal cortex is fully in and the shift and the tides have switched, it's not cool to be anti-black to that degree. He's trying to switch up and he thinks that if he's going to put some flowers in his head and call himself a flower child, and come out as queer or bisexual, all that stuff is going to erase his past. No amount of petunias on your head can change that disgusting, vile past that you had, and we will not forget it. And of course your fans are making fun of D'Angelo. You've created a template for them to make fun of black people. So this is the bed that you've laid in. And every single time people talk about him, like he's some incredible, intelligent person and how he's such a great artist, my mind is just so baffled because I'm like, you mean the person who talked about essaying pregnant women? That's who y'all feel like is the deepest mind of our times? And to be honest, him and Childish Gambino really are the same coin on different sides, because Childish Gambino wants to be an Asian man and is obsessed with Asian women. And Tyler the Creator wants to be a white man and is obsessed with white men and white women and mixed race women and wants to be a white man.
Yeah, but I'm into dudes, so.
Yeah, that's tight.
Yeah, I don't even. Yeah.
Black dudes only?
I don't even like black dudes at all. I'm into white guys.
Because racial stuff has scrambled their brain and all they think about is how to make money off of racial discomfort, how to make money off of racial pain. And Tyler the Creator is also the same person who had these shows where he was dressing up as black women, playing around, making fun, like being the loud ghetto black woman. And some people found these skits funny, but it's like, this is really how he sees black women. Like, and it sucks because I think black women for so long tried to be a supporter of him. You know, even black queer people tried to be a supporter of him, but he let black queer people know he do not like you. He literally said, blacks, get away from my face. Show me where the whites are at. Like, I don't want to have anything to do with you. Yeah. So he's, even with his queerness, like he doesn't like black men. Like he deeply hates himself so much. And because of that, everyone is going to have to suffer because of how deeply he hates himself. Like, and you know, all of the affiliates, I would also say go into the same category. I would also say that Steve Lacy, who said that he also wouldn't mess around with no white boy, who also doesn't like black men. Frank Ocean, you ain't seen him with a black man. All these people keep a little white twink on their arm because that's really where their preference aligns. So yeah, I think that Tyler, like I said, I think that Tyler is having the fan base that he deserves. And I don't know. And like I said, there's no amount of flowers that he can put on his little tiny head that's going to make up for the fact that this is really who he is. I hate how much men are infantilized because people are like, oh, he was going through depression and he had ADHD, he had all these things. I don't care, honey. Because you know how the people felt? You know how black women felt when he was making fun of black women? Do you know what depression that brought them? You know about how people felt when she came out and he was talking about doing all those harmful things to girls and how it was glorifying stalking women? Do you know how that felt? Do you know how the people's depression was working? And then, no, you don't care. You don't see women as having valuable feelings and that their depression matters. You only think men's depression matters. And Tyler is really a disgusting person. So yeah, I don't want to even hear you listen to D'Angelo, because D'Angelo wouldn't like you either. You know, D'Angelo seemed like he actually liked black women. He had a song called Brown Sugar because he liked what? But he liked black women. You have a song about liking little skinny white boys. You're not the same. Maybe you should have sat that one out. Maybe you should have grieved D'Angelo privately. But you come into the internet and then getting your fans is attacking D'Angelo. It's exactly who you are, honey. And also, he doesn't address it. Like, I haven't heard him have a sit down and be like, I was deeply misogynistic and that is very harmful. And these things I said was so, I haven't seen him do that. Y'all just have concluded that he's changed because he wears that weird bucket hat and makes like a slightly different style of music. He's still the same person. So yeah, let me know what y'all think about him. If you made it to the end and you like my outfit, let me know. I got this dress made in Nigeria. This is something called Adire. But yeah, I love the oranges and the blues. And I don't know if you can see my makeup, but I actually have green and yellow and blue on my eye. So yes, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.